At this point, there's almost nothing that could shock me in the e-commerce world. But this brand that I'm about to show you today got pretty darn close because it's a luxury brand that does over $10 million a year selling something that is totally not in the luxury realm at all, like not even close. So they're completely breaking boundaries, innovating in a niche that is so out of the ordinary for a luxury brand. It's an exciting one. We're going to learn a lot today, or at the very least be entertained. What I'm talking about is lastcrumb.com. Now, if you don't know about these guys, today's going to be a treat because what they do is they literally just sell cookies. That's what they do. They sell luxury cookies. I'm not kidding. So you can buy a 12 pack of their cookies for $140. So you're paying over $10 per cookie here. That is outrageous. How do they get away with this? Well, it's because they've built an entire brand around this. And this is a common theme. We recently dropped a video last week on another luxury brand that operated in a non-luxury niche, but it was super, super successful. These guys are doing the same thing, but in the cookie world. The cookie niche is actually massive. You guys may not know, but there's tons of brands in the US that sell cookies and do extremely well. And these guys thought, you know what, how do we differentiate ourselves from the cookies that our competitors are selling? And the way they did that is by simply charging 10 times more. And sometimes that alone will completely change the trajectory of your brand. It will change your positioning in a crowded marketplace. And I don't think there's a better example than this right now, literally, because cookies are just not what you think of as a luxury product in any sense of the word, right? Now, one of the things that they brilliantly execute, though, one of the ways that they've been able to pull this off is through viral content. So let's take a look at this video, and you'll see, actually I have the sound off, what they're doing is destroying mediocrity. That's their slogan. So they're going for like the extremely high quality vibe, and it's working. So let me show you here. Let's look at one of their viral videos. This one has 488,000 views. And it's basically them opening this really luxurious looking box with their cookie stack. So this is what they sell, right? They sell all these different types of cookies. And the caption here is, some things just make sense, like the decadent combination of cookies and bourbon, and some things don't, like the end of this video. So let's see the end of this video. So you're stacking the cookies, and that's it. And somebody hammers the cookies. These guys are really, really good at going viral. They're very big, actually, on TikTok. That's actually where, they got their big break. But unfortunately, my TikTok's not loading right now. It's whatever. And this actually highlights a really good strategy for you brand owners out there. Make sure that you're posting everything on TikTok, and then you're posting that TikTok stuff to Instagram Reels, because Instagram Reels have so much viral potential that is untapped for the majority of brands out there. And it's literally the same content. That's what I love about it. It's that it's just the same content, but it gets twice the reach, right? Or even more, sometimes 5 times the reach, 10 times the reach, because Instagram is a whole different algorithm, a whole different audience, but the same viral concepts apply from TikTok over to Instagram Reels. And I don't think there's a better example than this. So let's look at the landing page now, because this is a Shopify store. Of course it is, right? Every big e-commerce business these days is a Shopify store. And by the way, for those of you that are still not taking action on launching your store, we've made it extremely easy at the Akemi team. With the first link in the description, you can get a free Shopify store built out for you, customized fully with 20 winning product templates. So you don't have to wait any longer to launch your store because you don't know how to design one or anything. This AI will do it for you, literally, and it's free. So use it right now. It's an absolutely free tool that we designed for you guys just to get more people in the entrepreneurial spirit. That's ultimately the mission at Akemi, is to help business owners grow and also help people get started in business and grow their businesses. So use that. It's the first link in the description. It's completely free, and let me know what you think about it. So this is their core collection. It's basically 12 cookies that you get for $140. And I mean, this website is brilliantly designed. I think this is probably one of my favorite website designs that I've seen, because it's extremely simple in terms of the visuals, but it's so good from a functional point of view. If you hover over any of the cookies here, you get a full description of the cookie. And I just think that's so brilliant. It's also a blacked out theme, which is super cool. I really love it when brands are able to pull that off. It's not often that you see brands pulling this off. And, it's a risky move, right? A lot of people don't necessarily like this look, this blacked out look for an e-commerce business. So when I see brands successfully pulling it off, it's always impressive to me. Now, it's just a simple bundle. I mean, this is really genius, right? Instead of selling an individual cookie, which, would be like $10, but it would cost a ton of money to ship and it would just be pretty problematic, they sell this bundle of cookies. This is literally the blueprint for food brands out there. If you're a food brand, this is how you have to do it. You have to sell a bundle of your food. Otherwise, it's not going to be feasible to run advertisements for your brand, to work with influencer collaborations. You need to do this to increase your average order value and allow a little bit of breathing room for advertising costs. Otherwise, it's just not going to be profitable. And if you're not profitable, you're not likely to grow. And growth is like energy for a business. Without it, you're going to get a dead stop at some point. Now, if we add this to cart, we can see it's a pretty simple layout. Again, it's not complicated at all. And if we go to checkout here, we can see that it's a Shopify store. Now, there's one thing I want to point out here in the cart that's a very simple, subtle thing I absolutely love is this selling fast, blinking text right here. It adds scarcity, which is brilliant. I think you definitely have to add scarcity to your store if you want people to convert at the highest rate possible, which of course not everybody necessarily wants. If you want to keep it extremely clean and you want to avoid this kind of stuff, then don't do it. But I'm a fan of it. I think it works super well. When brands do it that we work with, I'm happy about it because it typically means that the traffic that we drive through ads or creators, organic traffic, will convert a little bit better, right? It just is a nice little nudge for people to actually convert. And yeah, I mean, that's really all I wanted to talk about this, this brand. Basically, this guy, Alex Garcia, shout out to him because he inspired this video. I saw this. He basically said, crazy, Last Crumb does $10 million in revenue selling a dozen cookies for $140. The goal was to be the Rolex of cookie companies. The branding is luxury but minimalistic and rebellious. Totally right. The motto is exclusive drops, and the growth is through UGC, email, SMS, word of mouth, and shareable unboxing experiences. I guess UGC is a good one, but I would say just viral TikTok videos as well. Differentiation, one of one experience. Matte coated bags, each cookie has a story, box comes with creative brief. Absolutely right, absolutely true. They found their ideal customer demographic, which is not everybody, right? They didn't go for everybody. Of course, 90% of people are not going to be able to afford a $140 cookie box. But the 10% that will, makes up, tens of millions of people. So it's a viable business model. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure you check out the links in the description and see ya.